Alright, what you see here is a new fan I got from Mark Wilson, better known on YouTube as the Fan Cave. This is a Envirofan GoldLine, and it's the version I've been looking for the most because it's the most childhood version for me. This is the Union era GoldLine from the late 70s. This specific one is from 1979. I only had this variant from 1978, 1979, and 1980. For those who have been watching my channel for a long time, you may remember there was a place that I videoed two of these at, along with a harsh environment agricultural Dayton leading edge cast motor fan, along with 5 Dayton leading edge fans of the steel motors. That place has since been torn down, unfortunately, and the gold lines were not there by the time they tore it down. They were already replaced by something else due to them both having failed capacitors, or, well, I know the one that was in the back had a failed capacitor but the one that was more up front, that was more dirty, I believe it might have just got a lot of balloons caught in it over the years, but yeah. Those were the first gold lines I ever saw as a kid, so that's why they're the most special ones for me. Plus, I'd see them a lot going to that place as a kid. The motor on it is what made me realize these, compared to the other gold lines I saw later on, like the ones at the Goodyear and such, and the former phone place, now toy store for vintage stuff. I'd see other gold lines as a kid, but it was these types that I always found to be the most unique just because of the motor and such, and it was the first one I saw. The other ones I liked a lot too, but these ones, since they were the first ones I saw, they were the ones I liked more as a kid, especially because I have a lot of memories going there, seeing those fans running and such. So yeah. Now, Mark got this on the way back from Fanimation last year, along with another one. And I did recently just test this there. And I did make a mistake when I mentioned that this is the second one out of 2 that he got, and that this is the one that he didn't test. This is actually the one he already tested on his channel about a year ago. It was the other one that he has that hasn't been tested yet. I thought it was this one because it looked less. Because from what I saw in the video, I thought it was the one that was more scuffed looking, and it actually ended up being the one that was less scuffed on the bottom. In that video, I remember that just when I spun them by hand in person, there was one that was more stiff, and the other one was the bearing was a lot more free. And the one that he tested a while back was the one that had the more stiff motor, which is this one. The reason why the motor is stiff is just it needs some oil, but it also looks like it might have got some water in it. There's like a spot that showed a little bit of rust, but the fan still runs really well. There's a sticker. When I hang it up to test, I'll show it, but I think I might have showed it when I tested it at Mark's, but yeah, this was when we were heading out to Fanimation that we saw the listing for these, or he did, on Craigslist, and that there was 2 of them. We were in the hotel and such, and I asked if I could either buy one of them off him or trade them for something, and he agreed to it. Now, a year later, I actually reminded him about it since I never got it. But I mean, it was also kind of a weird time because it was also the time that I had to leave abruptly to go to the Dominican for my grandfather's funeral, since he had actually passed away while I was heading out to Fanimation. So, but when I saw him last time I visited him, I actually remembered it, so I brought it up while I was visiting him, and yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be getting another K2K for him in trade for this. So, yes, whether Now, as for which version he wants, that's up to him. I mean, even if it's a newer one, like the white one that I let him test one time, or the more contemporary looking one that looks like the Compton Greaves, the M56LG. Either of those are fine too, he said. So I got this, and now just to get him his another KDK. But with this one, I finally have the three fans that were at that childhood place Bonkers that I've always enjoyed seeing as a kid. The Dayton Leading Edge Stamp CO fan, Industrial One, this, the Union Era Envirofan GoldLine, and the Dayton Leading Edge Harsh Environment fan, the cast one from one. So, yeah. So, yeah. I finally got one of my biggest wants in terms of a fan collector. And this is something that I still see them occasionally. I feel like I see these more than the later versions, but in terms of getting my hands on them, that's a different story. But I mean, just with videos that I've done of gold lines, I feel like I've done more videos out in the wild of the Union era ones compared to the ones that came out after this. So but yeah, and that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for more videos to come.